Are you ready for the best and simplest exercise to get to those innovative ideas and solutions that you've been looking for? I hope you are, because today I'm actually going to share it. So in my line of work, which is all about innovation and unlocking everyday innovators inside of people, one of the questions I often get asked is, what do I do to get to those innovative ideas? Like, how do I get to the depths of my best brain to unlock the better thinking? I get trapped in incremental, I get trapped in obvious, I get trapped as business as usual. And I know that I need those innovative ideas, but I'm stuck in incremental. So I've got the simplest exercise for you that will get you from incremental to innovative in 12 minutes. This is not a joke. It's totally serious. So, hey, if you're new to the podcast, I'm Tamara. Welcome. I'm the creator of the proprietary Innovation Quotient Edge Assessment, the only tool that helps you unlock your best brain so that you can create your best life, your best goals, your best outcomes, your best voice, all of it. The brain is the key to it all. I think oftentimes, and I know I've been guilty of this through my whole life, we look outside to figure out how to have our best outcomes, our best results. We look to other people, we look to other situations, other experiences, other knowledge. But what I've come to realize in my 25 plus years of work and playing in the innovation space and really pioneering this human-centered innovation field is that the best thing that you can do for yourself, if you really want to be an innovator and if you really want to get to those big breakthroughs, is actually to unlock your own best brain. So this podcast isn't about all the research and the science behind it, but I can tell you that we all have a unique way of innovating. So being innovative is universal. We all do it, but how we innovate is unique to each of us. And there's 9 styles, triggers, that different ways that we as humans innovate. And we've got this thing called an everyday innovator style. And that's unique to you. You and I are not the same. And how you innovate is your everyday innovator style. So you've got 2 power triggers, which is your wellspring of innovation, how your brain is wired to innovate, and then a dormant trigger, which is the one you want to make sure you're not playing to so it doesn't sabotage you. Here's the thing though, real quick, with the power triggers, that's your wellspring of innovation. That's how your brain is wired to be an incredible everyday innovator. And we all have that ability. And that's what creates the breakthroughs that we're looking for. But we need to make sure that we are intentional and that we're strengthening it and that we're feeding it the right fuel. The brain, while not technically a muscle, in this way actually acts like one. So the more we exercise it, the more we feed it the right fuel for our innovative mind, the more innovative we become. And if you're out there going, well, I'm not the innovator tomorrow, that's so-and-so down the hall with her cool glasses and her purple hair. What you're really saying is it's exhausting and it's hard. And I feel like it's for other people because I haven't used that skill in a long time. So it's dormant in me. That's okay. So if you're starting that place of like, I got to dust this shit off, or if you're like, I'm pretty good, creative problem solver, decision maker, confidence, all of that, but I need to play to peak performance, understanding how you innovate is the key to all that. So that's how you unlock your best brain. It's all based on neuroscience, behavioral psychology, all of that. So go to our website and check it out. Go to go-to-launchstreet.com. There's links in the show notes and everywhere. Take the assessment. It only takes 5 to 7 minutes online, but it'll unlock your best brain, which unlocks everything else. Okay, now that I've said that, let me get into the 12-minute timer because this will help you. Here's what happens in our brains. We jump to solution. So our brains don't like open-ended questions, things. Have you ever noticed that when you've got something open-ended, you have a hard time letting it go? I know that's absolutely true for me in my personal life, in my work life. You know, my work life, if I have a problem I can't figure out how to solve, of course, right? It just sticks with me and sticks with me. And I think about it, even when I don't want to, even if I've moved on. I know we've all had that experience at some point in our lives where somebody dumps us and they don't tell us why. And then our brain can't let it go and we seem obsessed. Well, it's because our brain doesn't like those open loops. We like to resolve things. But the challenge is when we jump to solution and to resolution too fast, we miss the innovative ideas. Just to bring it back to innovation after talking about getting dumped. What a segue. You get my point though, right? We have open loops. Our brain doesn't like that. So we jump to solution too fast in everything else that we do. I also think that we live in a culture where jumping to solution and taking action is seen as a good thing versus moving too quickly, moving too soon. And we don't even need that much time, but we do need time to let our brains go from that incremental and the obvious to the more innovative, the ones that are a little bit more out there, but maybe the ones that are more meaningful and the ones that we need. So here's how the 12-minute exercise works. It's so simple. So first of all, be very clear about what it is you're brainstorming against, why you're spending 12 minutes innovating. And that could be a problem at work you're trying to solve, an opportunity you're trying to figure out, whatever it is. Just get clear on what it is you're trying to figure out ideas and solutions for. Then you're going to set a 12-minute timer, and with a pile of sticky notes in front of you, you are going to innovate, just brainstorm, mind dump for 12 minutes. Now, I love sticky notes because I want you to put on one per sticky note. Some people love paper, some people love, I don't know, other things. I'm a huge fan, though, of actually writing it out because there's something magical in the brain-hand connection. And research has actually shown that. That's how we're meant to think and to write and to create. So you can do it digitally if you want to, but I would really encourage you to get the pen and the pencil or whatever it is that you use actually working. So for 12 minutes, I love my sticky notes. I'm going to talk about sticky notes, one per sticky note. Here's what happens. It's so interesting. And I've seen this time and time again. So the first 5 minutes are full of the obvious ideas that you know are rattling around. Maybe there's a little adjustment to them, but it's the ones you've already thought about, the obvious, the low-hanging fruit, the incremental. They're not bad, but they've been on the surface the whole time. Then at about minute 5 and 6, there's this weird lull where the brain goes, and I'm done, and I want to go check email and put on Netflix, and, you know, I want this exercise to be over. I see it every time. But when you stick it out at minutes 6 and 7, the incredibly innovative ideas start to come forward. So our brain needs time to go from the obvious to the innovative. It needs time to create those pathways deeper into your brain. So instead of stopping at 5 minutes and being like, okay, got it done, give yourself the rest of that time to get to more innovative ideas. Think of it like a staircase, right? And when you only spend a couple minutes, you're at the bottom of the staircase. So you go a few steps up, but that's as far as you're getting. But when you give yourself 12 minutes, you go further and further and further up the staircase, and the ideas become more and more innovative. They almost feed on each other as well. So 12-minute timer, it's so simple. And really, I really encourage you at minute 5 or 6, even when your brain's going, all right, Tamara, we're done here. You've got all the ideas you need. Like, we're good. There's a solution in here. Don't let your brain, your primal brain, fool you, because that's what it's doing. It wants to be lazy. It wants to be efficient. It wants to be done. Don't listen to your Bernard. Instead, take a deep breath if you need to, but keep at it. Keep putting pen to sticky note, pen to sticky note. I promise you, you will find incredible wealth of innovative ideas by the end. Every person that I've ever taken this exercise through has come up with a wealth of innovative ideas. And what happens, I found, is they get this moment where closer to the end where they're like, oh, and that's where kind of like all comes together for them. Well, the brain needs a chance to do that. The brain needs a moment to breathe, just like we as kind of physically as humans do. Give it that chance to get to that moment where you go, oh, it's all coming together. Let the time be. 12-minute timer is all it takes. I love this exercise. It's one of our community's favorite exercises. I love it so much. And I love its simplicity and its power. So that's what I want you to do. The 12-minute timer. That's going to really help you unlock your best brain. And if you know your everyday innovator style, you'll be able to ask questions in a way that activate it even further. Tamara, out.